And so now I'm going to talk to you guys about the makeup that I purchased. So the first thing I want to tell you about is something that I got on their website. So this is not at Target, but I'm so excited about it because it's like probably the best concealer for $3 that I've ever found. So it's this one, the Maximum Coverage Concealer, oil-free, and it comes in like this giant container. It's like huge. It looks like it should be a foundation. It looks a little tiny bit smaller than a foundation container. And it's a liquid concealer that is not super thin, but it's not super thick either. It's kind of like a medium consistency for a liquid concealer. And I would not call the coverage maximum, I would call it medium, but it still does conceal. It's a lot of these cheap concealers that you'll buy, they don't really conceal. And this, I liked the texture of it. I thought it concealed pretty decently. I've used it underneath my eyes recently, and I liked how it went under my eyes, didn't crease up or anything like that. And overall, for $3, I couldn't be much happier with this. I mean, I guess if it really was maximum coverage, I would be happier, but still, I mean, this is a good product. I like it. And so then I got the high definition powder, which they sell at Target and online, and this stuff, it actually works. I've been using it recently, and one difference between it and the Makeup Forever HD powder, which I can't use, by the way, it really breaks me out for some reason. I don't know if it's because the particles are so small, like they go into my pores, or what it is, but this one, when I feel it and put it between my fingers, it feels like really slick. Like I can actually feel the silicone, like it's like I feel the layer of silicone slickness between my fingers. So that's kind of interesting. That makes me think that you definitely want to make sure that you want to apply this after you apply everything else, because it makes me kind of think that like blush and stuff might not stick very well to your skin because of the way that this feels. I'm not 100% sure of that, but it just kind of seems like that would be the case. Like maybe it wouldn't last as long if you put it on after this. So I know some people like will set their foundation and then put on other things, so I would just say definitely put this on last if you use it. But it's been working, and it seems like a ton of product for $6. And so the other thing that I got in the store was the e.l.f. Body Glow, and this is something that hasn't been in the store terribly long, I don't think. And so this product, I was thinking that it would be something similar to like the Healthy Radiance, I think is the name. Like Bare Minerals makes several products that are kind of like color on your, they add a little color, but they're not really a bronzer, and they add a little like kind of healthy glow, but it's not really sparkle. And I think there's one called Healthy Radiance, and there's several that they make, and so I thought this would be something like that, but it's really not. This is like sparkle. So if you're young and you think it's fun to have sparkle to put on your face, or if you're going to a party and you want to put sparkle on your face, those are about the only usages for this that I can think of. I'm not impressed with it, and it is a ton of product, so I'm going to probably have that forever unless I give it away or throw it away. So I'm not too impressed with that. So then another blush that I picked up from the store is Mellow Mauve. And this one I hadn't ever purchased before, just because I usually stay away from blushes with the term mauve in them. I usually go for more warm colors like corals and just standard pinks and things, but this one is actually really not too mauvey. And it's really actually pretty light. Like it's got plenty of pigmentation for my skin tone, but I don't think that it will show up any darker than that for someone who is a good bit darker than me. If you're a little darker than me, I'd say go for it still, but a ton darker than me or like really tan, probably it won't show up so much on you, I'm thinking. And it's mostly just matte, and I like it a lot. It is mostly just like a really pretty pink with just a tint of mauve, just a little bit. It's really, when I put it on my cheeks, I don't think of mauve really. So I like that. It's a nice color that I think would be good on a lot of people. And then another product that I want to talk about is this e.l.f. Flawless Eyeshadow little palettes in beautiful browns. And so these just showed up, I think, fairly recently too as well at Target, and these are $2. They're in the $1 line, but these are $2. And when I purchased this and first swatched it, I was really excited about it because I was like, man, $2. It swatches so beautifully, and I can show you here. that's how it swatches on my hands, which looks pretty decent to me. But when I actually went to use it, like using brushes and applying it onto my eye, it just didn't want to show up very well for some reason. And I mean, I used a primer. I used a great primer, and it just didn't work very well. It didn't last very well. It just kind of wore away, and it just, you know, like a cheap eyeshadow that just doesn't seem to show up when you go to use it. So I didn't like that. But I did like one that I ordered online, which is the e.l.f. Eye Enhancing Eyeshadow little palette in Blue Eyes. So I don't have blue eyes, but I bought this one anyway, and it's got kind of peachy tone colors, lighter peachy tone shades, and sort of neutral or warmer peachy tone like browns. Kind of like there and there. One's matte, one is shimmer. There's a matte and a shimmer peachy, light peachy color. There's sort of a grayish, peachy-ish grayish color, and then a highlight shade. And the highlight shade isn't like super wow when you put it on. It's very subtle for a highlight shade. But I've really been loving this one because this peachy shade on my lid, the shimmery peachy shade, and then this darker matte shade in my crease is a gorgeous combination. Like, it just looks so fresh and beautiful, and I've really, I mean, just for those two, for the price of this, I'm like, sure. Because I think this was like $6, I want to say, and I'm waiting for like a good sale, or, you know, for me to just want to dive in and place another order. I'll probably be trying more of these because I liked this one so much, and the packaging is so nice. It feels so sturdy, and yet it's so tiny, easy to travel with. And oh, they lasted really well too, all day. Like, these lasted really well. So I'm really happy with that one. And then I also got the Contouring Blush and Bronzing Cream. So this is in St. Lucia, which is, I think, their only shade of this. And so I ordered this online, but I think I've seen it actually in the store. And it has a really nice mirror, they're nice studio packaging, and the blush is very, very pigmented for a blush, I think. And here, I'll show you on my hand over there. There you go. And so you really only have to use a little bit of this on your cheeks, especially if you're light like me. And it blends out really nicely. It's easy to blend out. It does feel a little greasy, but you don't have to put very much on because it's so pigmented. So that hasn't bothered me at all. If you're someone who already stays away from cream blushes, I would say stay away from this one as well. But otherwise, I think you'd really like it. And for the price, I think just to get that one cream blush, even if you don't use the bronzer, I think it's a good deal. Now, the bronzer is really quite deep. So I'll show you here. It's really dark. And I really just, I don't use cream bronzers. I just haven't. I need to figure out how to use them better because every time I go to use them, I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing and it seems to not turn out right. So I need to do some more research on that. If you have any tips for how you might apply cream bronzers, then let me know. Feel free. And the last thing that I picked up is the e.l.f. Lip Balm SPF 15. And there's two of these. I got the shades Nude, which is kind of like a brownishy kind of color, and I got the shade Pink, which is a cooler pink, which is usually not my favorite. So these products I do like. I think that they do put color on your lips that's nice. They feel amazing as they go on. They've got a minty smell to them and it tingles your lips just a little bit. They feel so creamy and smooth and they look pretty. They're not super opaque color, but they do have color to them. The thing I don't like about them is for the price, I kind of think it's not a lot of product because, you know, this tube is really skinny and there's not that much of the stuff. A lot of the stuff comes off on your lips every time you use it, and for a lip balm for $3, it's really not that cheap. So yeah, I don't know. I probably won't end up purchasing these again, but I probably will use these up. Well, that concludes this giant e.l.f. haul. So if you guys got to the end, thanks for sticking with me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye!